Now, about Airbnb. Byron Bay wants to cut back on the number of homes that are allowed to use Airbnb because of the rental crisis. Now, obviously, Phillip, renting, particularly in regional Queensland, is really hard to do. I don't mind the idea about limiting Airbnb because I want people who want to go and find a place for 6 months to take care of their family will be able to take care of their family for 6 months.
Yeah, I look at it from maybe a different point of view, and I spoke to a couple of people I know in Byron Bay and asked for their view. I don't live there, so I want to know what they think. And if you're looking at it from the council thinks this will be able to open up the housing market for people that may be living rough or potentially are homeless, that may not actually work that way. And if one of the things that councils can do is approve and open up development, I do think that people that use this as a business shouldn't necessarily be punished. And a mate of mine who I served with who's down there, he said that if council goes through with this may be their last term as a council because they're not addressing the issue. They're just trying to quickly do a sugar hit and rip the Band-Aid off and kind of punish people without really looking at the systemic issues of why people may be living rough.
Great point. I mean, obviously, Sam, you've got plenty of work with Vinnies over the years. This is a huge problem. The rental thing is huge, beyond massive. Yep. I do want to see more stuff built. I'd love to see the negative gearing system move towards properties you will never live in but plan to rent out for 10 years. I think there's too many joints that are Airbnb.
Where were you saying that in 2019? Hey? Where were you saying that 2019?
Well, I had
there it is.
Saul, the scales fell off Paul's eyes. Yeah.
No, look, I completely agree. It is a wicked problem, and I hope we move on to some topics that Phil and I can disagree on because I hate being on a unity ticket for too long with a member of the Liberal Party. It's bad for my mental health, right?
Yeah.
But no, look, the point is he's absolutely right on the point. Until you address the systemic issue that there is just not enough housing and people need to build more housing. The other problem is doing this retrospectively. So families and retirees, whoever else, nurses, doctors, teachers, they've gone and bought these properties with an expectation they'll be able to negatively gear it, rent it out, whatever else. Changing those laws in retrospect on those families is really going to screw them. Now, I've got no problem with the council saying, hey, I'll approve this block of flats, but it's got to be built to rent and it's got to be long-term rentals. Fine.
Yeah, that's fine. By the way, again, to everyone who owns an Airbnb, why does everything have to be white? Why is all the furniture white? Because we've all got a bond to pay and...